Hello children, welcome back to my channel Online Physics Class by Niharika. So children, as you know that we are doing chapter motion of class 9th. Okay, and today's topic is acceleration. We have already studied about velocity, average velocity, all these terms we have studied. Now today we are going to study what is acceleration. So what is acceleration? Acceleration of a body is defined as the rate of change of its velocity with time. What does it mean? It means when the velocity of the body changes, okay, with respect to time, then it is known as acceleration. Now, what is the meaning of this term? Rate of change of velocity. The meaning of this term, rate of change of velocity is, suppose our initial velocity is u is equals to 20 kilometer and our final velocity is 50 kilometer per hour. Initial velocity is 20 kilometer per hour and final velocity is 50 kilometer per hour. So what is there with respect to some time? Our velocity is changing. So what is this? Earlier the velocity was, initial velocity was 20 kilometer per hour, and when we applied the acceleration, or when we have accelerated our vehicle, what happened? Our velocity changes to 50 kilometer per hour, okay, with respect to certain time period. So what is change in velocity? Change in velocity is final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. And what is final velocity? Final velocity is 50 kilometer per hour, initial velocity is 20 kilometer per hour. So 50 minus 20, how much? 30 kilometer per hour, okay, with respect to time, and we will divide by time. So that is why the formula for acceleration is like final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. And that is why, because we are taking the change in velocity with respect to time, we have applied the term rate. Rate means with respect to time when there is a change in velocity. Okay, once again I'll explain you. Suppose we are driving any vehicle, our initial velocity is 20 kilometer per hour. Okay, and when we have accelerated our vehicle, our velocity changes to 50 kilometer per hour with respect to certain time period. So what is change in velocity? 50 minus 20. Okay, that is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time, whatever the time taken for the change in velocity. So what is the formula for acceleration now? Acceleration is change in velocity upon time taken for change, or we can write as acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. Okay, now what is the SI unit of acceleration? That is very important. Just like we have studied the SI unit for velocity, that is meter per second, the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Okay, it is meter per second square. Now, when the body is moving with uniform velocity, its acceleration will be zero. This is very important point, children. Okay, when a body is moving with uniform velocity, what does it mean? Uniform velocity means when there is no change in velocity. When a body is moving in a certain direction without change in velocity, then it means that body is having a uniform velocity. We can study this thing in the graph also. Here there is a velocity time graph. Okay, a body is moving, our body is having a certain velocity of how much? That is 8 meter per second at 4 second. The velocity of the body is 8 meter per second at 4 second. Okay, and what happened? The velocity of the body is remaining same till how many seconds? Till, this means till 7 second. Means till 4 second to 7 second, the velocity of the body is 8 meter per second. It is not changing. If the velocity is not changing, it means acceleration will be zero. Why? Because acceleration का मतलब होता है बेटा that change in velocity. And if there is no change in velocity, you can see that 4 second से लेके 7 second तक the velocity is same, that is 8 meter per second. So we can say that when there is no change in velocity, that is v minus u. Suppose here what is the velocity? 8 meter per second. So 8 minus 8, and what was the time? 4 and 7 second. 7 minus 4 means 3. So 8 minus 8 divided by 3 is equals to 0. Okay, this means that the acceleration of the body is 0 when the velocity of the body is uniform. I hope this concept is clear to you. Now, coming to the positive acceleration and negative acceleration. Now, what is positive acceleration, children? When suppose the body is moving with a certain velocity. Let us take again the same example, 20 meter per second. Suppose a body is moving with 20 meter per second, and what happened? We have applied the brake and the velocity of the body increases. So when the velocity of the body increases, suppose the initial velocity was 0 and the final velocity has become 8 meter per second with the equal increase of time interval. With the equal increase of time interval. So when the velocity of the body increases with equal interval of time, then what happens? It is called as positive acceleration. Now, zero acceleration, I have already told you that when the velocity remains uniform or constant, then what happened? We have zero acceleration because initial minus final becomes same. Okay. Now, coming to negative acceleration. Now, what is negative acceleration, children? Suppose we are moving with certain velocity and we have applied the brakes. After applying the brakes, what will happen? Our velocity will decrease. So when our velocity decreases with respect to time interval, that is known as negative acceleration. I hope this point is clear to you. Okay, children. Now, if you have any doubt, you can comment me. And now, children, our next topic is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Now, what is uniform acceleration? When the velocity increases by equal amounts in equal interval of time, then it is known as uniform acceleration. What does it mean? It means, children, that with the equal interval of time, okay, suppose there is 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, and so on. There is equal increase in velocity. Suppose in 1 second, the increase in velocity is 1 meter. In 1 second, the velocity is 1 meter per second. In next second, that is 2 second, the velocity is 2 meter per second. In next second, 3 second, the velocity is 3 meter per second. So what happened? With equal increase of time, there is an equal increase in velocity. And in that case, the velocity time graph is a straight line. Okay, velocity time graph is a straight line. Okay, so when there is a equal increase in velocity with equal interval of time, then the velocity time graph is a straight line, and that is known as uniform acceleration. The velocity time graph of a body having uniformly accelerated motion is a straight line. This you have to remember. Clear? Now coming to non-uniform acceleration. Velocity increases by unequal amounts in equal interval of time. Okay, suppose there is an equal interval of time 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second. But suppose in 1 second, the velocity of the body was 1 meter per second. In 2 second, the velocity is 10 meter per second. In 3 second, the velocity is 5 meter per second. So 5 meter, or you can say, sorry, 15 meter per second. Okay, so what is happening? There is an unequal increase in velocity with equal interval of time. In that case, the velocity time graph for non-uniform acceleration will be a curved line. I hope this point is clear to you, children. Now, children, our next topic is retardation. Okay, so what is the meaning of retardation? Retardation means if a velocity of the body increases, the acceleration is positive. Okay, but if the velocity of the body decreases, the acceleration is negative. And this negative acceleration is known as retardation or deceleration or negative acceleration. Okay, this negative acceleration is known as retardation, deceleration, or you can say negative acceleration. So what does it mean? Suppose the velocity of the body is increasing in equal amount in equal interval of time. That time the graph will increase, okay, and it will be a straight line as I have told you earlier. But suppose what happened with the equal interval of time, the velocity is decreasing. If the velocity is decreasing, you can get from this graph that with equal interval of time, the velocity of the body is decreasing, Earlier it was 40 meter per second, then 30, 20, 10, and then 0. So what happened with the increase in time, if the velocity of the body decreases, we get the graph in this manner. And what does we say that there is what is taking place? Deceleration is taking place, or retardation is taking place, or negative acceleration is taking place. Okay, retardation is measured in the same way as acceleration. Same way as the acceleration is measured, in the similar manner, retardation is also measured. Retardation is actually acceleration with a negative sign. What is retardation? It is negative acceleration, means acceleration with a negative sign. This negative sign increase the decrease in velocity with respect to time. Okay. Now coming to next topic, average velocity. Now, what is average velocity, children? Average velocity is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Okay, and we represent the average velocity by a symbol V bar. V के ऊपर bar. V bar is equals to U plus V divided by 2. When a bar on the V denotes average, where the bar on the V denotes the average velocity, U is the initial velocity and V is the final velocity. So I hope children this term retardation is clear. What is retardation? Retardation is negative acceleration. Okay, negative means when the velocity of the body decreases with respect to time, that is known as retardation. Suppose we are moving with certain velocity and we apply the brake. So what will happen? After applying the brake, the velocity will decrease with respect to time. And this decrease in velocity with respect to time is known as retardation, deceleration, or negative acceleration. Thank you.